Acá, home. No, no puedo salirme. O sea, ¿cómo te sales de este murero? No sé. No tengo la menor idea. Hey, great Thursday morning. It is frustrating kind of morning right now because Frankie came over to visit yesterday, and came over to visit and got into his YouTube account. Can't get out of it. So if anyone has Frankie's text messages, have him come over to the office and get his account off of my computer. Great Thursday morning. Actually, I sent a request out for a couple of individuals who were supposed to come on this morning, but of course they're either late, and unlike Erasmo is always on time. So debe algo ahí que diga log out. No. Why is my life so complicated today? And it's trippy because you would think that have everything in order. I did wear Charo's outfit today because I'm going to go do the uh, drawing of numbers and draw numbers to be placed on the ballot. That should be at 10 o'clock. Uh, and I did post, I was debating whether to, no, so Windows. Okay, that was his YouTube. O sea, que salí de YouTube. Es que, es que arriba está mi cuenta de Google, pero Frankie se metió arriba. ¿A mí arriba? Ahí. O mi cuenta. Lo que quiero es en el YouTube salir de YouTube. No es para agregar personas a la cuenta. El caballo te espera en el rancho por las 5:11. Let me tell you, the last time no, not the last time, but one of the times I rode a horse, it was out at Arturo Nelson's property. And Arturo Nelson used to be our judge here in Cameron County, the area, the district. I don't know how they divide it. But um, I was out there on his property riding a horse, and sure, ahí está. Frankie Leo, sign out. Ahí. Ahora, ¿ves the YouTube? A YouTube. Ahí está, sign in. Mine. No, no me la sé. Next. Forgot password. El teléfono. Hey. No, el próximo. Try another way. El 899, el de abajo. Ahí. $56.02. 02. No, 56.02. 56.02. 18. Don't sign me out. You're nuts. Continue. No. No sé. Continue. Ahora vuelve a poner a YouTube arriba. Allá. Ahí. Sign in. There. My account. Your channel. Ahí está. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What the hell, Frankie? There's an Erasmo little tab, and there's a sport talk little tab on it. Why can't you go into sport tack and open your YouTube on the sports talk instead of opening it on the Erasmo Castro page? It makes no sense. But I've already sound out, and I'm back in. One of the things that I hope if you could come by, I need help. I got to figure out what's wrong with this camera thing because it takes like 7, 8, 9 me click 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 for it to actually hook on. And again, not too good at technology. And you seem to be very good at setting up all your friends' cameras and stuff. It'd be nice if my camera were set up too, or something. Today is going to be drawing for positions to be on the ballot. It's going to be interesting, guys, and I am excited about it. Um, I want to see if the my opponents decide to show up. One of the things that you can do is you can send. Yeah, the camera looks good. It's just that getting for the camera to work. I'm thinking that there might be a new upgrade or something that needs to be downloaded, and I just haven't figured it out. But I'd like somebody to check it. Let me tell you, I came very, very close just to getting a new camera because I was frustrated. We don't like to be frustrated. It doesn't suit me well. Um, so we'll be doing the drawing in a little bit and going to figure out what position we're going to be on the ballot. It's going to be interesting. I've never drawn the first spot ever, so it's going to be interesting. Um, I wonder, you need a camera for the house. Just do it. Nah, I don't want to do that. Viva Catarino Erasmo Garza y los garcistas. Nunca se olviden de los charros héroes de Mata Bronzeville. No sé quién era este Catarino Erasmo Garza, pero con un nombre como Erasmo ha de haber sido una linda persona. Uh, Next week, I'm going to be going to my dentist here in Matamoros. I have a new dentist in Matamoros. I am dumping my caderita dentist, and I'm going to get my teeth straightened down on the bottom and whitened, completely whitened. I appreciate it. Uh, and I'm not sure what candidates are going to show up to today's draw at 10:30. I don't think that uh, my friend Pat Homada was invited. So it should be Jessica, John, myself, and Jennifer Stanton, que ni en su casa la conocen. It was kind of trippy because it was supposed to have Captain Bob here this morning, but Captain Bob failed me. Let me see, where's Captain Bob? Why does this happen to Erasmo Castro, not Garza? Why does this happen to Erasmo? I'm asked to be at a certain spot at a certain time, and you better believe I'm going to be on time. Yesterday, I had a wedding to do, and it's three something, and I'm rushing to get because I always on time. And fine, suddenly I get a message, a call from the groom. It's 3:10. It goes, Erasmo, can we do it later on? We're stuck in traffic. I said, "Yes." You tell me that you're stuck in traffic 30 minutes before my appointment time and not 10 minutes after. I was already late myself, but that's a different story. So what happens is, yeah, it's a different story. So what happens is I rush on out there, and I got there on time, 3:45. Um, Captain Bob invites me to go out on his CBS show, and 3 4 minutes, 4 minutes before, he's calling me, and I'm like a block away, and I'm going like, "You don't have to call me. I will be there on time. I'm always on time. I'm never late. I hate being late. I like to be punctual. I like to be on time." It's like when I go to Monterrey, it happens all the time. I always get stuck with a lot of individuals who are non punctual. That really irritates the crap out of me. Don't like it. So Captain Bob is late, Roman's late, and I'm about ready to get ready to go get do my drawing thing. One of the things that I saw yesterday on social media is that they're going to have a press conference at 10 o'clock at the airport in regards to what new airline or new service is coming to the airport. And it's trippy because the press conference, you have uh, Jessica Tetro and John Cowan going to be present at the press conference, like if they had anything to do with it. But it's politics, and that's the horrible part of politics. This is the last thing I'm going to say. It's the horrible part of politics because close to election time, they go out there and they pander for your vote. And they say, hey, look at what we're doing. Adding on to the airport. This is John Cowan and Jessica Tetro. Where were they the past 4 years? Why wasn't anything done? Why does it have to be minutes before an election for them to do anything? Shouldn't they be working for you all year round? Now they're having a press conference, and John and Jessica are going to be there. And then they're going to use that to say, this is what we've done. The fact of the matter is, it isn't what they've done. It's what the city of Brownsville has done. If anyone should be taking credit for bringing in airlines to the airport, it's not the mayor or the city commission. That's not how it works. But they want to deceive you. They want to lie to you because they think you're stupid. They think you are stupid enough to believe that they actually brought airlines into Brownsville Airport. Something. It's not true. It's a lie. It's a political game that they play. But they lie to you. And some people out there, they buy their bull crap. They feed on their bull crap. They believe it. And that's the difference between someone like Erasmo Castro and a Jessica Tetro and John Cowan. Guys, I don't bullshit you around. I don't lie to you. And for this, I get crap. Because at the end of the day, it seems like Brownsville people would prefer someone that lies to them to someone that tells them the truth. They prefer the glittering gold to the nitty gritty. Guys, I'd rather have the nitty gritty, the down dirt in las uñas, ni modo. Tell me how it is. Facts. It's a game. They lie, they cheat, they steal, they take from you, and people fall for that crap. And that's what's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because most people here in the city of Brownsville don't want to hear the truth. They don't. And that's unfortunate. And Captain Bob is late and on. Let me go put him on. He's sitting down. Hey, Captain Bob. Uh, your sound is not working. Captain Bob is rich. This is what I don't get. Captain Bob is rich, has money, lives in Rancho Viejo, just sold his house for like a couple $1 million or something. And the guy can't get halfway decent microphone to save his damn life.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, good morning. I wish I used to be rich, but the divorces sucked out all the money. I'm trying to bounce back up, Erasmo.
You're still rich, bro. You still got
Hey,
cash.
you know what? The porn blogger called me a while ago, and the porn blogger, uh, Dr. G.F. McKell Scully says, "Hey, I'm, I got Erasmo up on my site. I'm promoting Erasmo." And I said, "Well, that's good. He's pretty qualified. I like his qualifications and his knowledge."
Is he
And
really?
he wanted me to say that on the air today on your Erasmo Live.
Is he really, honestly?
He is. He put it up there. He put it up there. It's up there. Erasmo Castro.
I don't
He's
believe it. Well, you know what? And this is one of the conversations that I think that I had with him. Mikhail, I can't even spell. Let me say, it's about time for these individuals to go down back to the grassroots, and and decide that they're. Oh, he did.
yeah.
Damn.
Hey, he might be coming around. He's been kind of hanging out with Captain Bob, and I want him to clean up that wonderful talented site he has, and
Well,
stop that porn
well,
practicing.
well. Let me tell you, Captain Bob, and this is one of the reasons why. This is one of the reasons why I wanted you on. I don't know why the hell you were like 10 minutes late, but I do. You always bitch at me every time you think I'm going to be late, but I'm never late. Never.
I know, I apologize, but the duck link with the duck, the mallard duck that you sent, it wasn't getting me on. It was taking me to Chrome and Chrome this and that, and then it finally took me in. I took a little time, but maybe I should start a little earlier the next time. My apologies, sir.
I sent you the link at 8:30, baby.
I know I should start at 8:45 in the future, but I'm
Well,
here.
I wanted to have you on because first of all, I wanted to thank you publicly. Uh, Captain Bob has been having the Captain Bob tables, meet and greets with different important people here in the city of Brownsville, who push people to vote. And Captain Bob has encouraged everyone out there to come on over to the gospel side, and I appreciate that. You think that I don't know, but I do appreciate that, Captain Bob. I had a conversation with the group that was there, some of the individuals in the group here afterwards, and they said, "Asmo, we're on board." And had conversations with Pat, and I think Pat's going to be on board. I had conversation. Now you're telling me that you know Jerry McHale is going to be on board as well. And you know what, Captain Bob? It's about time. It's about time all of us that are not part of that little clique, the John Cowan clique, the Jessica Tetro wannabe cliques, all those little cliques. It's about time we all got together and said, you know what, screw this. Let's overturn the damn tables. It's not working for all those people that were sitting there yesterday at your captain's table. The current
I'm glad you
system.
brought that. I'm glad you brought that up. We had a Captain Bob's roundtable discussion. The second think tank that honorable international businessman Arturo Trevino uh, sets up, and we had Rini Cardenas from the Cardenas Enterprise, Cardenas Motors, and we had a roundtable discussion with 100 years of historic experience. Anthony Knopp, Dr. Medrano, Palo Alto's Rolando Garza, uh, Jim, an archaeologist from New York, um, Mr. Link, the former port director. And I am intrigued, Erasmo, and thank you for letting me come on and sharing some of this. Well, the first subject was the jetties, the granite stones that protect the entrance of the waterway to various ports. And it's the same area that the shrimp, adolescent shrimp, and fish species exit the Laguna Madre Nursery, which is one of the healthiest nurseries in the whole wide world, where millions and millions of pounds of shrimp and redfish and trout are born. And they exit the waterway entrance that the jetties protects forever. And I am just in awe about those granite stones, and we're getting some history on the granite stones. They're telling me they came from Brazil via barge. I don't know, in the 40s or 50s, but it's helping with the erosion, and it's keeping the entrance deep uh, to lead to the Port of Brownsville, the Shrimp Basin, and also the Harlingen Port and the Intercoastal Canal. So it's a very important creation there that the U.S. Corps of Engineers did decades and decades and decades ago. Joe Link said something interesting. He believes that the jetties is a wonder of the United States of America. It's a wonder, like the eight wonders of the world. This is a wonder of the United States, and I agree with that. And of course, the jetties brings thousands and thousands of people to sit out on the rocks and fish. And I've seen some of the biggest redfish and red snapper, and they've even caught tarpon off the jetties. And the big migration of the kingfish at the end of the jetties. And you know what, Erasmo? I want to do, one of my wishes is to do a CBS Captain Bob Speaks series at the end of the jetties. And I want to invite you, Erasmo, to walk with me and an entourage. And I'll take an ice chest with sandwiches and everything. And we will set up camp at the end of the jetties. Now, it's going to be a hike. We're going to have to get out there.
Let's do it.
And I want to do it when the seas are calm, so the waves aren't bashing against the jetties. But I want to do a show at the end of the jetties because it sure is beautiful. I've only been out there once in my life. I want to go to the jetties, and then we want to do a show at the mouth of the Rio Grande River, because the mouth of the Rio Grande River, which is to the right of Highway 4, once you get to Boca Chica Beach, I've been to the river mouth maybe 4 times in my life, and I've seen it 1 inch wide, where I can actually drive my SUV over the 1 inch little stream, because that was during the drought times. And then I've seen it 45, 50 yards wide with gushing water coming out of the Rio Grande River. So the mouth of the river always is changing. And I just heard yesterday from the historians that right now there's a lot of, and correct me if I say it wrong, hydraulia, the green plant that grows on the top. It's loaded at the mouth of the river. So there's a lot of water top vegetation right now. But I think the river's real interesting. It's a lifeline to the area. The river helped the cotton industry for the last 100 years, 170 to 200 years in the area. Um, we I'm going to do another podcast at Sable Palms at the Rab House, which is the Victorian home over there that's probably 180 years old. We're going to go out there and have a breakfast brunch sponsored by international businessman Arturo Trevino. And I'd like to invite you out there, Erasmo, to each one of those because you're like me, for the people, by the people, transparent, and we're not having secret meetings or doing anything under the table. Whatever you and me experience, we want to share with the community. Now, this also brings up the tourist center over there by the expressway. You know that triangular shaped white building?
Ruben Torres
Ruben Torres, okay.
on Frontage Road.
They tell me they're going to try and everybody's all excited because they're going to try and bring one of these national chains. It's a Chinese restaurant or something. Have you heard of that? And they want to move that restaurant into the tourist center. And right now, tourism is extremely there's an urgency to get the tourism, Brownsville tourism,
When's
up and going.
was the last time you heard of that place actually working? They haven't done crap. I mean,
somebody's dropping the ball.
what do they do? It's like it's like the Chamber of Commerce in Brownsville. What do they do for Captain Bob? You have a business here. They don't do anything. They don't promote Captain Bob. They don't do what they're supposed to be doing. Everyone's dropping the ball because nobody's watching the hen house.
Erasmo, I've opened 7 restaurants in my lifetime. I have 2 right now. I've either sold them or moved them or something like that. But the Chamber of Commerce always steps forward with a bienvenidos committee. And then they want to start the ribbon cutting ceremony and give me the plaque. But I got to pay like $300 for them to come, and then they never come back, and they never help promote my restaurant. It's
nothing.
Just that one little party.
They do nothing. Well, I think now it's up to like $600 or something like that, but they do nothing. And and I feel bad for a lot of the small business out here that go out there and they pay that money, and they have the ribbon cutting ceremony. They got the little plaque. That plaque costs like $1.50 to make, but you're paying $300 to $600 for a plaque that gets you absolutely nothing. Look, you can get at Erasmo a bottle of electrolyte. I'll go out there and promote your damn business for damn free. Free. Just give me something to drink.
Well, it's funny. I'm kind of laughing the way we're talking about it, but it's damn serious.
It's true, Captain Bob. It's true.
It's true. The tourist situation is a mess right now.
It's a mess. But Captain Bob, and then let me say this, and that's why I'm so glad that you're having these meetings with all these influential people in the city of Brownsville, because they need to push the lever, not only for themselves, but get their people to go out there and vote for Erasmo Castro. And I'm glad you're doing that. And I'm glad you're promoting the Erasmo Castro campaign.
Well, we were honored that you were in the same room with us as we were having this historical meeting with biggest names in the history of Brownsville. And at the Captain Bob's table, where I'm sitting right now, the famous Captain Bob Studios with the glass table that you've been here
many times,
getting a half a dozen times, and I think you're coming on next Monday. You're invited Monday, and we're going to have another group of candidates here Monday. I got Stanton Friday, which is tomorrow.
I can be on with her tomorrow.
No, well, we got to do a one-on-one with Stanton. I need Stanton alone. I have to talk to Stanton. You're coming Monday. Leave her alone. Leave the point.
She has no clue in regards to what Brownsville is, right?
Well, we're gonna find out tomorrow. I'm gonna find out. If you're at the round table, you're gonna disturb my questioning and my analysis of Miss Stanton. So let's
She
give Stanton a chance, and then Monday you can
she
come
knows
on.
she knows nothing about Brownsville. That's okay.
And what does Cowan and Tetro know?
Well, how to steal? That's what they know. Oh, look, let me show.
Okay, well
Yeah.
this is interesting. This is turning colorful right now.
Well, let me tell you. Right now at 10:30, we're doing the drawing for placing on the ballot. And I want to invite you to be one of my guests at the drawing the number pick.
Well, Stanton's going to get mad at me if I walk in with you.
No, I mean go with both of us. I don't care.
I'll hang out with everybody, but I really have a lot on my plate today to be over there at a numbers drawing to be placed on the ballot. Unless Robert Sanchez's name was one of the numbers, then I'd be there.
No,
But you
but
never know.
you
They
have to
might
be
write
there.
in Captain Bob on election day, and I win mayor because everybody writes me in. If Jessica Tetro can win city commissioner on write-in, maybe Robert Sanchez slash Captain Bob can win. Maybe porn blogger Dr. G.F. McKell Scully can win. This is weird times in Brownsville. But you're pretty qualified at Oswald. I think we're okay. Have you gotten an update on the Pat Almada situation?
Pat's out.
I haven't heard anything from him, but I need to talk to him.
Yeah, he's out.
Wow. Are you sure? Because there's a pending litigation in district court. I understand Adovati was going to hear it either today or he heard it yesterday so that it can continue. Do you have an update on that?
He's out.
We don't have an update. He might still be in. There still might be a chance. Judge Adovati was going to hear his request.
He's out.
But anyway, that's another subject. We'll just give it a couple of days and see what happens there.
Well, again, I contacted Pat and I said, Pat, more power to you. I hope, I hope you're able to get back on the ballot, and I do. I hope he's able to get back on the ballot. With that said, I'm still going to kick everyone's butt.
Oh well, that's you might be right. I mean, I have all the respect for you, and
Well, Captain Bob, I want to clarify some things that people have been saying out there, and I want you to respond.
Who, me? Okay, sure. I'll give it a try. Go for it.
I hear, and I'm not going to say who mentioned it, but that you made the accusation that one of the reasons why you might not be wanting to support Erasmo because he cusses too much on his lives.
Okay. Well,
first of all, do you want to guess who told me that?
Roman Perez.
Is he trying to divide the relationship between Captain Bob and Erasmo because he's jealous of our love?
I think so. There's a little. He wants you all to himself.
I don't blame him.
And there's enough of you for all of us.
Hell yeah.
And Roman Perez, I have all the respect for. He's a premier customer of Captain Bob's Seafood Restaurant.
He loves
and
your
we
stuff.
love when Roman Perez comes into Captain Bob's. Now going to the cussing. I think everybody cusses a little bit. I do a tidbit. I try not to do it on the air. I've been here on Erasmo Live. I don't think I've heard a lot. I think my comment to him might be a tidbit exaggerated. I don't hold anything against Roman, but when I talked about the kale salad at HEB,
I love
and
it.
that I get the little cup of kale, and when I buy groceries for Captain Bob's, I'll go to my car and I'll eat the kale before I turn the car on. I'll pop it.
Okay. Wait a minute. So you eat?
You said once on the podcast, oh, so you're eating McKell? And I said, no, I'm eating kale. So I thought that was kind of bizarre that you said that. But anyway, we love you.
Well, you're eating McHale in the car in the parking lot. Maybe that's why he fell down and busted his nose. What were y'all doing in your car?
He was okay. Okay. Next question. What's your next question?
But that was funny.
It was funny. It was
That's not
funny, but
that's not
it's
cussing.
more.
That is
That's more. That kind of conversation is like at a bar table at Chili's where I'm drinking coffee or water, and
but
all of y'all are drinking.
that's one of the things. Look, that's one of the things that you and I should be different than anybody else. You know, it's like let me tell you give you an example. When I was at the BISD as a board member, Minera Peña came up to me one time and said, Erasmo, you have to, you have to be careful because you have to think that every time you're having a conversation, someone is recording you because they might be. She said that, and I told her
Wow.
this. I told her this. I said, Minerva, people can record me 24/7. I don't care. There's nothing that I say in private that you cannot repeat in public. I don't care if I've said it, if I've done it. It is what it is. I don't hide from anything. I don't hide from anyone. What I'm trying to say, Captain Bob, look, you and I, we've had some fun, gone out, had a couple of drinkies here and there, you know, other stuff here and there. Captain Bob, it doesn't mean that we're horrible people or that, it means that, we've had a life. It doesn't define who we are because we joke around sometimes. It doesn't define our life because, we've had different situations that have gone with us. It's where we are now and what we're trying to do for the greater good of the city of Brownsville that should be important. But a lot of
Well,
individuals want to focus
that's
on
why.
sleeping with Mikhail in the car thing that you did. And,
That's why. That's
they want
why I consider you like a brother of mine because we have a lot of common uh, thoughts, and we have a common hobby, which is the podcasts to the general public, and we kind of think alike on issues and our passion for the community, and we are both very disturbed with what has happened with Tanasca and the equity account. And it's time to talk about all that, especially being 80 days away from a very important election and that you're in. Um, and it's just extremely important. So I like hanging out with you. I like
well, look,
talking with you, and I like your knowledge. I have to hear knowledge from different citizens in the community, like these roundtable discussions I have here at Captain Bob's that you're going to be invited to.
hey, let me
Uh,
ask you. Let me ask you. Did anyone yesterday not want to vote for Erasmo for mayor?
well, we didn't discuss politics because international businessman Arturo Trevino wanted to talk strictly about history. I tried to get the politics going a little bit as chairman of the roundtable discussion, but since he's the vice chairman of that particular meeting, he kind of swayed it more to the history, which is respectable by me since he's one of the leaders of the roundtable uh, discussion series. Um, so we did. Everybody acknowledged that your presence had entered the Captain Bob's restaurant where the studio is, and everybody got a kick out of it. That you came into the restaurant. Roman Perez showed up first, and I remember one of the historians sending me a note on the table saying, "Hey, spy number one has showed up,"
Yeah. Well,
but I don't know if it was, huh?
I'm glad that you said that because let me say this. You know, one of the things that I went up to y'all to the table, and I like everyone there, and I said hi to everyone, talked to them a little bit, and then Roman was sitting there, and actually Roman had invited me to go to have lunch. Roman's sitting there, and I go, wait, why are you sitting so close to the table? I told him that. I said, and I was the one that said, let's move because I don't, Captain Bob, because what you said is one of the reasons why I decided to get up and move because I didn't want to make y'all feel uncomfortable, like, oh, they came here or Erasmo came here to listen in. I wanted to give you all y'all's privacy in order
Well,
to,
and that's what you that was very an educated,
yeah,
cordial move on your part because I all of a sudden I looked up and the table Roman Pettis was at where you met him, nobody was at the table. And then I kind of glanced through the restaurant. I said, "Oh my goodness, I think they left." And then I saw y'all at a table on the east side of the restaurant,
yeah,
and I said, "Okay, there they are." And I, knowing you, the fine, educated, knowledgeable,
handsome.
uh, polite individual you are, I knew you did that, and you're
Yeah,
bringing it up to confirm my thoughts about that.
yeah, and I did it out of respect because I didn't want anyone there to think or feel uncomfortable, like maybe I can't say something because Erasmo's there, or and not that I think that they have anything to hide, but I wanted to give you all y'all's little room to speak. So
Well, what I thought is during our roundtable discussion with the historians, I saw that y'all had finished your fresh seafood luncheon and y'all were getting up to exit the building and you cordially waved and I waved like I'm doing right now at the same chair I was sitting at and you waved back. But deep inside of my brain, I wanted you to come to the table to say hi and uh,
I
tell the
did.
historians who you are, which I think they know who you are.
Yeah.
And I also talked a little bit about the blogging industry and the podcast industry with them because I had a couple of books on the history of Brownsville here that some of them are the author. And I think somebody needs to make history books of the last 30 years because I think the history books just go to the 80s, the early 80s and we've already uh, passed up another 50 years. And I think that the blogging industry and the podcast industry needs to be mentioned in a couple of chapters in the city of Brownsville because it's been an important tool for the community. Um, for the Robert Sanchez '05 forum before TikTok and Facebook and everything was here is actually in the record books at the Cornell University of the nation as a senior class where they talk about a former social media page I had that got attacked with lawsuits and stuff because the whole format wasn't set up the right way, and they were individuals that anonymous, like McHale calls them, anonymous cowards behind a keyboard, would come in and say some silly stuff. So there was a, a 3 or 4 lawsuits back there that.
Hey, let me ask, because we're running out of time. But let me ask you.
Yeah,
I I don't know if you knew, but they're having a press conference right now at 10 o'clock at the airport.
talk to me about that. Tell us.
The press conference that they're going to have is they're going to have an announcement in regards to some new airline to Brownsville with non-stop destinations.
That's good. That's interesting. Are
Well,
we gonna help the airline? Are we gonna pay for empty seats again, like we've done in the past?
that might be happening. But guess who's going to be at the press conference?
Who?
John Cowan and Jessica Tetreault.
Oh my!
And this is the type of bullcrap. Is it okay if I say bullcrap, or is that a bad word?
No, that's good. That's clean. That's
This is
clean.
this is the type of bullcrap, Captain Bob, that I hate about politics here locally in the city of Brownsville. They've
Well, why don't you do us all a favor? When you go pick your number for the ballot, get Stanton in the car with you and go to the airport. Don't leave those two over there alone. That's not fair
but the
to
airport
the
is at 10
citizens of
the airport's at
Brownsville. You and Stanton head over there.
the airport meeting is at 10 o'clock. The airport meeting is at 10 o'clock, and the drawing is at 9:30, 10:30.
So how are they going to make both of them? Or they're going to send a representative to pick?
Yeah,
They're going to send a rep to pick the number.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Damn
Well, they want
cowards.
to get to the airport to get free publicity because maybe the news media from Channel 4 and Channel 5 will be there.
Well, again, it's just unfortunate
It is
uh,
unfortunate. I
because
don't agree
this
with
is
what they're
this
doing.
this is the type of politics that I hate. They've done nothing in the past 4 years for the airport, and all of a sudden they want to be out there saying, "Well, there's a new airline coming." First of all, Captain Bob, you know the way it works. They haven't done nothing to bring an airline here. They just want to take the credit for it because it's a political season, and that's the type of politics that I hate. You do nothing, and then all of a sudden you're pandering for votes, and you want to pretend like you're doing something. We don't need that type of politician here.
I agree with you. I went to the Lone Star National Bank Charter Days party. I didn't see you there, but I saw Stanton moving around with in the Ben Nice camp at a table, and I saw Tetro standing there with a paid for some photographer that it looks like she paid the photographer, and they were asking people to take pictures with them. Um, I saw that strange. Trying to act Hollywoodish at the party with a lot of picture taking.
At the Lone Star Bank thing,
Say that again.
at what event?
At the Lone Star National Bank on the expressway next to
Yeah,
Ojos Locos in that area.
I didn't get invited.
Well, I think it was open to the general public. I didn't get invited either, but some people said, come with me. And I said, yeah, I went. And I went to that. And then the St. Joe alumni at the Sprocket. That was my event after my dance with beautiful Lola that I did on CVS to the song La Negra for Char Days. We have a dance at CVS that's gotten tremendous amount of views. Lola Patterson is a person that moved from Colorado into the Brownsville area, and she's the main bartender at Ojos Locos. She'll be on the Ojo Loco float in Char Days. Lola, my friend, will be on the Char Days float.
6982-7646.
Are you gonna be on the float?
Thank you.
Am I going to be on a float?
Yeah.
No, I'm taking it easy. I had a float, a Captain Bob's float back in 2004, 2005, 2006. And then I started having a couple more babies with my then wife. So I backed off the float and I sold the float to Channel 23. So Channel 23's float is the former Captain Bob's float.
Hey,
Being on the floats and charters, I like it.
yeah, you want to come out with on my vehicle? You want to come out on my vehicle?
Are you in a vehicle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay.
Just
Friday, Saturday.
text me. Give me a heads up. I'll go with you, Captain
Already
Bob, and
I already told you. I already told you.
okay. And what day do I go with you?
Friday and Saturday.
Okay. Is there room for me, or is Roman Pettis going to be in the way?
No, we'll kick him off. We'll start with him on it, and then like halfway through, we'll just kick him off, so that we'll never see him
Well,
again.
have him sit on the hood.
Like the ornament.
Yeah. I get the front seat, passenger seat. Okay. Are you driving or are you in the passenger seat?
No, I'm actually trying to fix the tuk tuk so we could go on the tuk tuk. That'd be interesting.
Is that a convertible? Is that what that is? The tuk tuk?
It's a tuk tuk.
Well, just let me know. I'd like to go to the parade, and especially if I'm in a car driving down the street. I would like that.
Can you drive a motorcycle?
I have before, but I'm not real interested in that. Why?
Yeah.
You want to put me on a motorcycle?
Well, it's like it's a tuk tuk. You've never seen a tuk tuk?
Oh, now what is that? Please tell me.
A tuk tuk is like a vehicle that they use like like a taxi transportation in Asian countries.
with a little seat on the side.
Yeah.
And exactly where would I sit on that? In the
No,
little seat?
it's got seats in the back. We'll be sitting in the back,
Oh,
waving all
I
over.
don't know about that. I'd rather be in a car.
It's better than a car, Captain Bob. Look, you got to see it before.
Well, send me a picture. If you can send me a picture, I'll check it out. But I got a certain image to
Oh,
carry
Captain
on
Bob.
as a live walking logo named Captain Bob.
Can you wear a cool charo wardrobe? That's what I'm wearing.
Well, I don't have a sombrero, so I need to. I got my charro pants and I got a nice guayabera. I can use that, but they're not going to see my pants if I'm in the tuk tuk. We'll figure it out.
We'll see. All right. Have a great day, guys. Have a great day. Thank you, Captain Bob, coming on and answering those tough questions that Roman posted your way,
My pleasure.
guys. Go eat some seafood at Captain Bob's. Got some good stuff. Guys, have an amazing day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. Still believe in all that crap. Be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.